real men are. I think there's
But what are
masculinity,
real men?
right? To me, a real man is a responsible
Because every
man.
time a man does some fuck shit, they'll be like, "That's not a real man," and it's like,
Who
looks like
is?
a man to me.
I think a real
Who
man is in touch with his
looks like a
feminine
duck and it
side.
walks like
You
a
know what I
duck.
mean?
Yeah.
I think a real man is knows how to unstrap from his
I don't know.
ego.
I think the real man thing is just a thing like that people invented to like excuse bad behavior.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
a
think it.
all
real
men are
man
real men,
said
you
like a real
know,
man.
period.
Yeah,
Say it how it
I
is.
think you know. I think
Yikes.
being like to further add on what she's saying, I think there's this false narrative of what real men do, and I think it's tied into, privilege and masculinity, and
Mhm.
I think exploring that in films is important
Mhm.
because, we're raising these young boys to be men, and we can go that extra step to educate boys, and on that journey of how to tap into the femininity, the vulnerability. That way we can further
Mhm.
protect women.
I think the youth.
Holy shit. I didn't
Did he
I
just
don't
say that men need to tap into their femininity?
Yeah, go see him, MC. Go see him.
Nah, I'm gonna sit this one out just on that interview alone. Have y'all
I
not figured this out yet? That this doesn't
yeah,
work?
I know it was a short clip though, but I did not see that last part. Like, holy, she said tap into your femininity. What are you, Barack Obama now? Like, what are we talking about here? This is
I yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is why Hollywood has single-handedly destroyed I mean, like I said, movies, but also masculinity when it comes to like these actors who don't live normal lives, who do some Diddy party stuff. They're telling people how masculinity is or how men need to operate, how men need to raise younger men and also tap into femininity. I instantly stop listening when anyone wants to talk about tap into femininity because you don't tell a woman to tap into masculinity. It's only men you tell them to tap into femininity. And you got Marlon Wayans who's trying to hold. I mean, there's not much you can really do in that situation. I know he's trying to be jokey about it though, but that wasn't a good look on his part. And Marlon Wayans is already on the rainbow spectrum, so he's already like if you want to talk to anybody about like tapping in femininity, I think Marlon Wayne is going to be the person who can tell you about that journey. But for the most part, though, he was trying to hold the line. He was trying to like at the end of the day, he's trying to have a conversation about manhood, and he got Julia Fox, who's a millionaire actress, telling you, "Hey, this is how things need to be," or men just men do fuck shit, women do fuck shit too. I don't know what to tell you, but the movie's about masculinity, and you're trying to debate um, Marlon Wayans, which it's not really a debate. I don't know what the question was, but they're just trying to have a conversation about masculinity, and she's literally trying to debate him down. And then when the star of the movie, him, I don't know who that guy is, but he starts talking. I mean, it's just crickets, it's quiet. Like he's just getting in line, have to talk with a very soft voice and tell people, tell grown men watching that show or watching that clip is that we need to train our boys a little bit how to be more in touch with the feminine side. How's that been working out in the last 20, 30 years? Do you think this next generation of men are going to be able to like, you know what, we got it this time, we understand it?
Yeah. Number one, TR. There's plenty of femininity going around in the male community right now. That's the
Yeah.
problem. That's a big part of the problem. That's number one. Number two, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. Women, you are not qualified to say what a man is or is not.
Facts.
You're not qualified to participate in that conversation. What you can do is lay expectations on how you should be treated by said man, and then it's up to him if he wants to pursue anything with you or not. But you're not qualified to speak on those types of things. And number three, TR, I'm gonna tell you why I can't take anything this lady says seriously. I didn't know who she was until this video popped up. She claimed to be celibate sometime in late 2021 or early 2022. Yet she was divorced in 2021 and was pregnant around that same time.
Hmm.
So there's some contradicting information there right now already. Um, she recently came out, mind you, she's married and has or was married and has children. First, she came out and said she was a lesbian. Then she switched it up and said
Oh
she was
yeah.
pansexual, and basically she just said I'm open to anything. I can't take people like this seriously. If you're
Yeah.
exiting yourself, from heterosexual relationships, you definitely shouldn't be talking about them. And the final point, she dated Kanye for a minute.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, man.
so a man married her after Kanye.
I don't know the timeline of that. I pulled most of this from articles off of Wikipedia, but
Mhm.
yeah, this is wild. Like if you're listening to somebody like this, you're cooked. You have no hope of building a relationship with the opposite sex. I'm sorry, you don't.
Yeah, no, Julia Fox. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, with Julia Fox. I remember. I thought her name sounded familiar with Kanye and everything, but yeah, whenever these actors and actresses start giving out advice on relationships, people have to stop listening to them. I only want to see when you guys, if you get married, I want to hear about that story. In some cases, I don't mind hearing that story. But then when you get divorced, I want to hear that story too. Don't be telling me all the good. I want to hear about the bad too, because we've said this before. What happens on the, at least I have, what happens on the level of these celebrities, it trickles down to like, regular people. So, I want to kind of hear how that stuff happened. But also, you can't really trust a lot of these Hollywood folks. They just say stuff just so they can, they're promoting the movie, but also they're pushing some propaganda as well too. Like again, the whole thing with Diddy. Like a lot of people saying this stuff, or they knew the stuff was going on, but they didn't say anything. Like that's the concerning part about a lot of these folks that, operate in Hollywood, and people have to stop listening to them when they start giving advice. Talk about the movie all you want, or talk about like, what you doing. I mean, if you want to talk about your personal life, you can though, but don't be giving that advice to like men, women, parents. Like, don't be giving advice to any of those groups though, because you have no idea what that stuff looks like, because you guys are on a whole nother level, whole different stratosphere. And when it comes to masculinity, people like Marlon Wayans, he shouldn't be talking about it anyways. He's, and I'm saying he shouldn't be talking about the way he carries himself on his social media platforms. Like when we found out that his son was Rainbow. Now, I don't care if your son is Rainbow, but when it came out that his son was, because I didn't even know that, it turns out he's doing all the rainbow activities. It's like, is this about your son or is this about you? Because what I see a lot of parents do that are hetero, quote unquote hetero, they take their kid's identity, they start they start promoting that identity on themselves. And it's like, are you there? Are you supposed to be there to support your kid, or are you supporting yourself? Like, because I know you're gonna say, well, he's the actor. I was like, I can't tell sometimes, because you guys love to like, latch on to whatever's trending and act like this is the cool thing to do. Hate Trump, be LGBT, or at least be, adjacent to it, and then also just, do the whole Me Too thing, like all the things that destroy the movie industry. And we're seeing it play out though too. That Tron Ares movie just, crashed. Well, it's the first weekend though, but I think it's gonna be a crash and burn, because people don't want to see Jared Leto like that, and they don't want to see, Tron movie either. I heard it was good though.
Yeah, both of those.
Oddly
Yeah,
enough.
both of those points. I was going to share a video, but I decided not to because it shows a bunch of images of children. But I'm going
Yeah.
to recommend it. There's a page called the Black Overthinker, and he does a deep dive analysis on the very high proportion of celebrity kids that are non-binary or somewhat buried in the alphabet community, and
Hmm.
there's an interesting correlation there. TR, I think there's some type of ideologies being pushed on those kids that they really don't get the chance to see perspectives on the other side. It's just kind of thrown on them. And kids are already confused and trying to figure things out. And it doesn't help when parents kind of feed into that confusion even more.
Yep.
Kids don't know
Climb
who they
onto it.
are. They at a very early age, in particular, they don't know who they are, and you're supposed to be kind of coaching and guiding them as opposed to letting them make life altering decisions and determinations. But I'm not going to get into how y'all raise y'all kids, but it's a very interesting page. I'm not going to show other people's kids though, so we didn't share the video.
Yeah.
But it's weirdo stuff, and I just assume that they all either partied with Weinstein or Diddy. Most of them more than likely did.
Yeah. You mean Epstein? Eve, Mr. E.
Weinstein, Epstein, Diddy, all the above.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go